Good morning and welcome into First Pitch. We're back on Tuesday, and we're also back with head coach Ryan Brittle. I'm your host Ty Comer. Welcome back to the regular poster.
Appreciate it. We thought we'd boost our ratings by getting Coach Kenner in here.
Slip him in here. Yeah, that's a good ratings booster right there for sure.
You should have asked him some questions about Barry Bonds and some of his college playing buddies.
I really should have. That would have been interesting. And
Coach Kent and Barry Bonds are like best friends. Love each other. We're in the same recruiting class at Arizona State.
I don't think I'd say that they're best friends. I've heard some stories that Coach Kent's told. But they were teammates.
They were.
So a big weekend for the Panthers. We talked about our win on Wednesday with Coach Kent last week. So the only ones we have to talk about are the 3-game series with Piedmont. So Piedmont comes in and they knock around Hunter Peck a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not something that we're used to. But we found a way to grind out that first win on Friday.
So Hunter didn't have his best stuff, and Piedmont did a fantastic job. They got on some fastballs and got a few hits and scored a few runs. Hunter's outing on Friday was the most he'd gotten knocked around all year, but he still battled and gave us a chance to win. That's all we ask our starting pitchers to do. And Holland came in and gave us, I think, 2 2/3 innings out of the bullpen. And Holland's been really, really solid.
Really has.
Over the past probably 3 weeks or so. He's got a really good fastball, live fastball, and a slider he's been able to command. And so he did a great job for us, got the save. And again, it was another game where we could kind of put a notch in our belts. The first game we had a lead going into the ninth, a 1-run lead going into the ninth, and we saved it. And so that was a good notch to put in our belt. Anytime, again, I've said this before, but anytime you can have a close ball game and prove to yourself that you can win it at the end, it's a great confidence builder for you. The ones where you run away with the lead don't necessarily you don't have to play under pressure. In a 9-8 ball game in the ninth inning, you have to play under pressure. And it's good to learn how to play under that pressure, and we did that Friday.
Right, and then we come back and we have a doubleheader on Saturday. So the first game we win 8-2. I believe that game was a little bit closer than what.
It was close in the beginning of the game. Weaver started for us, and as usual, Weaver goes out and pitches a good game. Coach Scally down at Piedmont, he's the new head coach down there. Has been the assistant there for 12 years, I think. First year as the head coach. But before the game, Key and I were talking behind the plate, and Weaver walks by, and he looks at me and he goes, "That's a lion killer right there." And because Weaver's kind of had their number. Weaver's freshman year here at home.
Mm-hmm.
One of the stories I'll never forget in my whole life. Weaver throws a no-hitter against Piedmont, and Coach Scally and I actually talked about this. And in the fourth hitter of the game in the second inning, Breck Davidson hits a ball off the left field wall. And as he's rounding first base, I really think there was only 4 people in the whole. I found out that Coach Scally saw Davidson miss first base. Mm-hmm. Coach Hunley, Travis Hunley, who was with us at the time, and the umpire, and Breck Davidson, those were the 4 people that knew that he had missed first base when he went around first. And so Coach Hunley goes, he missed first. And so we throw it in from the outfield. It's like a 7 to 6 to 1 or 1 to 3, mm-hmm. and tag first base, and the umpire calls him out, and Weaver proceeds to pitch a no-hitter for the remainder of the game. But pretty incredible story. So Weaver does good. We win 8-2, and move on to the doubleheader, the second game of the doubleheader, which didn't start so good for us.
5 runs in the top of the first inning, and we're like, oh, here we go. It's tough. It's very tough for a team after giving up 5 runs in the top of the first inning to grind their way back in, especially after they've already won the series. There was a chance for us to be content.
There was.
And I think we showed right away that we weren't. by scoring 3 in the bottom of the first inning. I thought we grinded it out. Kyle Anstis hit his 4th consecutive game with a home run, which was good enough for Rookie of the Week. So congratulations to Kyle Anstis. We also had some other awards that we'll get to. So like I said, Kyle homered in 4 consecutive games. He went Emory and Henry 1. He went all 3 games of this series. He had a home run.
And 11 RBIs.
And 11 ribbies. So that was huge for Kyle. He's been swinging it well. He's at 309. And such a talented kid, man. And he works hard. I'm so proud of Kyle. But like we said, 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning, and that kind of set the tone for, us to just grind away and chip away and get back into that ball game.
Yeah, so we on some. It was like we didn't even show up to play the top of the first inning.
Right.
I mean, it was bad.
It was.
It was probably the worst half inning of baseball we played all year. And then we score 3 in the bottom of the first, 3 in the bottom of the second. We're up 6-5 after 2, and we never relinquished the lead. Ortega ended up hitting a home run, I think, in the 5th or 6th inning, a solo shot, put us up 7-5. And we scored. We battled off a really, really good arm. Buddy Green is good.
He's really good.
That dude is filthy.
Yeah.
And so we battled. Comer got a hit, and then I can't remember. Deaver got on.
Deaver was. They tried to face him, and then they got to 2-0, and
That's
Buddy
right,
tried to really ramp up on a fastball, threw it high. I move up to second, and they intentionally walk him, and then.
Then Jake Martin has like a 6, 7, 8 pitch at bat.
Fouls off some tough pitches.
Fouls off some lays off some really tough pitches, which he is kind of susceptible to, and hits a little weak liner in the center field for a single and puts us up by 2 runs, which is huge in a conference game going into the bottom of the 9th, and we closed it out. Holland came back again, got another save, and closed it out in the bottom of the 9th, and came out with a 3-game sweep of Piedmont, which is huge. Piedmont, by the way, has beat like 4 or 5 ranked teams this year, including LaGrange, who's 3rd in the country, and Emory University and Birmingham Southern and a few others. They beat Christopher Newport, but solid club, always well coached, class team, and hopefully they can get themselves in the tournament. I'd love to see them in that tournament and
I wouldn't, because they, like you said, they are talented.
They are talented.
They're scary. But like you said, Jacob Holland came in, got another save on the weekend. I felt like he was throwing even harder on
his stuff was better on Saturday than it was on Friday.
After the 2 2/3 that he threw on Friday, so that was impressive to watch. Holly's got some good stuff too.
He does.
Some good individual weeks, as we talked about already. We talked about Kyle Anstis as Rookie Hitter of the Week. Drew Callahan also pulled in the Rookie Pitcher of the Week for his 3-inning save against Piedmont. He came in and was a great, what I thought was going to be a great bridge, but then we didn't end up needing the bridge, so he just went ahead and finished that thing, and it was fun to watch.
He's thrown really well the last 2 or 3 outings since his first outing, which was really bad.
Yeah.
Since then, he's progressively gotten better, and Drew's going to be a really, really, really good ball player for us, both offensively and on the mound, and I look forward to what his career holds. But also, guys like B. West, Brandon West, and Joe Stickney had good weeks for us. Joe's been kind of struggling along offensively. We stuck him in to catch against Emory and Henry. He comes up and first pitch he sees, he hits a foul bomb, and then the second pitch he sees, he gets it fair and hits it out.
Yep.
And he's kind of been on fire a little bit since then. So it's good to have Joe's bat back in the lineup, and I know the rest of the season it'll be good for him. He actually caught the 3rd game of the series for us too, and did a good job there. B. West is kind of he's played a little bit of everything for us over his career. He played a little second base. He's played third base. He's played a little first base. And in his high school and American Legion years, he played a little outfield. So we've had kind of a revolving door of left fielders out there. And so we gave all those guys a shot, B-Rob and Dorsonville, and Sherfy's done a pretty decent job for us out there. But haven't quite found the consistency that we'd like, and so we stuck B West out there at the prompting of some of the players on the team, and he did a good job this weekend. He played 2 games. I think he got 4 or 5 hits this weekend, and was solid in the outfield. And so he'll continue to get time out there and stay in the lineup. And our guys know, all of our guys know, you gotta at certain positions, specifically on the corners, you got to produce offensively. And if you don't produce offensively, then the next guy's going in until somebody gets hot and gives us a spark off the bench in the lineup. So good job, B West. Good job, Stick, and good job to our entire team. There's guys that made contributions, and really our bench is fantastic too. I mean, our dugout's it's a fun place to be. We're a bunch of knuckleheads. We make lots of mistakes, but we typically learn from them, and we compete hard. And the one thing you can say about this team is we don't give up.
That's right.
We don't care. We don't care what the score is.
I believe if you guys were watching the live feed, Jordan Mann called us the Cardiac Cats, which is awesome. I hashtagged that on Twitter a couple times. We have made some comebacks, so like you said, we never give up. So, Coach, today we have Randolph-Macon coming in. We've got a little bit of rain. Is there going to be any schedule changes or anything like that?
I think we should be fine. We got the tarp on the field out there right now. We got some rain last night. We're not supposed to get any more rain today. The forecast is calling for no more rain. So we'll hopefully pull this tarp off here about 2 o'clock this afternoon. We'll get the tarp off, get it ready for BP. Randolph-Macon's rolling in here at number 9 in the country. They're hitting .313 as a team and pitching it at .355. So we know we got our hands full this afternoon, and Coach Hedrick and his staff always do a fantastic job. In fact, they were ranked as high as number 1 in the country last year, and we're just a few outs away from going to the World Series. But I look forward to having good people and good teams. Look forward to playing them all the time. That's how you figure out how good you are, when you play good teams.
And hopefully, we're kind of getting on a little bit of a roll here. Hopefully we can transfer that from midweek into the weekend, when we'll have another 3-game series here at home with Greensboro. This one is, again, scheduled for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we're going to probably keep it that way.
Well, it looks like the forecast right now says we're supposed to get an inch of rain all day Friday.
Okay.
So more likely than not, we won't make a schedule change till probably Thursday. And we'll let Gary know so he can put it out there on the internet and y'all can figure it out. But more likely than not, there's a let's put it this way, there's a possibility we could play a doubleheader on Saturday and a single game on Sunday because of rain that's supposed to be here Friday.
Right. So Greensboro in the past has been kind of a I don't want to say pushover. I really don't, because that's got a negative connotation. And they did. They did beat us 2 out of 3 2 years ago. But they weren't as strong as they are now. And I think that's a testament to their head coach. They brought him in from the University of Tampa, and he's done a great job. He's gotten some JUCO guys in, and they're a lot more talented this year than they have been in the past.
Yeah, and they're playing good ball.
They are.
They're 16-7, I believe. They're 7-5 in 4th place in our conference. Coach Maldonado's fantastic guy. He's doing a fantastic job, and I love it, man. Like I said before, the bottom of our conference is coming up. It makes every weekend a tough out, no matter whether you're at home or on the road. Greensboro went to North Carolina Wesleyan a couple weeks ago and beat North Carolina Wesleyan at Wesleyan 2 out of 3, which is quite a task to do, and Wesleyan's having a really good year. And so no rest for the weary, and we wouldn't want it any other way.
That's right.
Let's strap it on, play ball, and see where we come out.
Yep, and we've done a great job. I also want to say, Eric, you're slacking, man. You're not getting these questions in. We do have a question from Gary, though. Gary said, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Gary, but what's it like for other teams in the conference to see, we started out a little slow, but we're slowly rising to the top of our conference record. I believe we're in 3rd now, 2nd or 3rd?
2nd.
Okay. We've won it 2 out of the last 3 years. what's it like for teams to see our name back up there? Are we painting a target on our back?
Sure. I mean, hopefully that's the way, any good team, that's the way they would like for it to be, that you would have a target on your back. And lucky enough for us, we don't have the biggest target because LaGrange is 26-2.
Right.
They're 11-1 in the conference, ranked third in the country. And so they really got the big target. But, we expect ourselves to compete for a conference championship every year. And other teams expect to compete for conference championships, and if you're one of those teams that's at the top on a consistent basis, then other teams are going to be shooting for you, and we're going to get everybody's best effort every weekend, and that's exactly what we want.
Right.
We don't. Nobody wants to lose, so once you start winning and start having a successful program, everybody wants to follow that and copy that and beat that. And we welcome that, accept that challenge. So hopefully we are. If we're not, then that's okay, but hopefully we are one of those teams that has a bullseye on our back and everybody wants to come after us. So
right.
we look forward to it.
As we do. So that will do it this week for First Pitch. We'll be back next Tuesday when we'll be getting ready to get on the bus to head to Eastern Mennonite, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll see you back here next week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ty Comer along with head coach Ryan Brittle. This has been First Pitch.